Here in the Gardens of Stone State Conservation Area, the landscape feels ancient and untamed. A country carved by deep canyons, shaped by windswept ridges, guarded by stands of snow gum, and crowned with these unmistakable, towering pagodas. This particular corner is known as the Lost City, with the Snow Gum Flora Reserve sitting at its northern edge. It's a pocket rich in flora and resilient wildlife, a place where every ridge and ravine hints at its own story. For hikers, it's nothing short of a treasure, and if you look closely, you'll find it peppered with relics from the early decades of last century. This is the Gardens of Stone and Relics of the Lost City. Until recently, the Lost City was the kind of place only a four-wheel drive could reach, hidden behind rough tracks and rugged ground. But that's changed. Thanks to recent upgrades by National Parks and Wildlife Services, the area is now open to all. At its heart lie the Lost City and Miners Pass walking tracks, pathways that bring you right to the base of those naturally sculpted pagodas. Stand among them and it's hard not to feel small, as the sheer scale of the formations leave their mark on anyone who steps into this remarkable landscape. Walking the track from the north has you descending to one of the waterways that helped carve this landscape into what you see today. This unnamed creek once played a vital role in the region's story. In 1910 it was dammed, becoming part of a growing network that supplied water to the downstream settlement of Marangaroo, and later helped support the expanding needs of Lithgow. The water was carried through a 25-centimetre cast iron main, laid alongside the creek below the dam. Much of that old pipeline still lies where it was placed more than a century ago. In some spots you can see it clearly, rusted, weathered, a relic of another era. Following the track beside the creek, you soon reach the junction with Marangaroo Creek. From here, the watercourse guides you upstream until a second dam appears through the trees. It's another remarkable structure, sturdy, elegant in its own utilitarian way, with its old control mechanisms still largely intact, as if waiting for hands that will never return. Both of these dams, known collectively as the Middle River Dams, once formed the backbone of a wider network that supplied water for homes and industry throughout the region. At full capacity, the pair held an impressive 119 million gallons, a lifeline for the growing settlements beyond these ridges. The system remained in service until 1987. Since then, time has taken over. The creeks have slowly silted up behind the walls, and the bush has begun reclaiming whatever it can. Looking around, it's impossible not to feel humbled by what nature has shaped here. Over countless ages, wind, water and time have carved layer upon layer of stone into these extraordinary pagodas. Their forms exist because the ironstone erodes more slowly than the softer sandstone around it, leaving behind these sculpted towers that defy their own fragility. Whether you view them from above or wander at their base, they command attention. Quiet monuments to the patience of the natural worlds. So why is this a conservation area rather than a national park? There has been a strong push for national park status, but that shift isn't expected anytime soon. As it stands, this landscape sits within a state conservation area, a classification that still allows for mineral and petroleum exploration and mining. Because of that, it doesn't receive the full protection a national park would offer. even though its natural and cultural significance is unmistakable. Here we are on the Miners Pass link track. This steep route follows an old mining path, and its hand-cut steps once used by miners making their way to the valley shafts. It's a short stretch of trail, but it offers a clear window into the region's mining past. One thing that many people don't realise is that roughly 200 metres beneath our feet lies a maze of old mining passages, stretching northward from Lithgow like veins through the earth. These tunnels belong to the Old State coal mine, which began full production in 1922, working the No. 7 coal seam, or Lithgow seam, supplying coal to the government railways. At the main operation, located about 5 kilometres south of here, the mine was accessed through a 6-metre concrete-lined downcast shaft. This shaft served multiple purposes. Miners travelled up and down, coal was hoisted to the surface, and fresh air flowed down to the workings below. Nearby stood a 5.8-metre diameter upcast shaft, designed to ventilate the mine, expelling air through the steam-driven fan that kept the tunnels breathable and the operation running. Here is the No. 3 shaft, sunk towards the end of 1941 to improve access, ventilation, and the delivery of utilities to the main workings. Originally it was topped with a timber poppet head, as well as a winding house. The shaft itself measures 5.5 metres in diameter and plunges 182 metres into the ground. The poppet framework that once crowned it was destroyed in a bushfire in 1952. Below, a tramway carried materials down to a track road that once ran alongside the creek. Coal mining and shale extraction have shaped this region since the late 1800s. What we see now, the shafts, tramways and ruins, are just fragments of a much larger story, a testament to Lithgow's long history as a key mining and industrial hub. Coal extraction once underpinned the region's economy, shaping both its communities and landscapes. By 1964, the state mine was closed for good, a casualty of falling coal prices, dwindling demand, and severe flooding at the main operation. The main shafts were capped with concrete and sealed forever. These days, much of that activity has vanished. The smoke has cleared, and the valley's rugged beauty can be enjoyed once again. Aside from the ruins at Lost City, you can easily visit the Lithgow State Mine Heritage Park on weekends. It's a fascinating place full of old relics and stories about its people, and how the region was shaped by the industry. From naturally sculpted pagodas to remnants of early mining infrastructure, this remarkable landscape tells a story of both human endeavour and nature's artistry. Today, visitors can walk these trails, witness the legacy of industry, and immerse themselves in a place where history and wilderness come together.